Monique Gordon was laid off from her job as a security guard during the pandemic, a job she'd had for 17 years. Two key issues for her in this election: housing, specifically for renters like her, and affordable, accessible childcare.
For me, daycare will be a number one thing. Because if you don't have some place to send your kid so that you can go to work, you can't go to work. And then there's nobody to give you money to pay your rent.
She's undecided but leaning towards one party.
I would say Jagmeet Singh. I would say Jagmeet. Because he challenges Justin Trudeau.
According to the latest Ipsos polling, the Conservatives have emerged as the number one choice among respondents when it comes to the economy, ahead of the Liberals. The NDP take the top spot on matters of affordability and the cost of living, with the Liberals in the number 2 spot. Between unprecedented government spending, a jaw-dropping federal deficit estimated at more than $354 billion this fiscal year, and inflation at levels we haven't seen in more than a decade, political observers say that on money matters, Liberals are in the hot seat.
They've got a record. They've got 6 years that they have to account for, so it makes them particularly vulnerable.
Millennials and Gen Z now make up the biggest cohort of eligible voters. The pandemic has disproportionately hammered young workers.
The typical young adult today, after adjusting for inflation, makes thousands of dollars less for full-time work, despite being more than twice as likely to have post-secondary compared to when today's baby boomers were young folks.
So I think affordability anxiety when it comes to millennials is really our fear around not having enough dollars to stretch between homeownership costs, paying off student loan debt, caring for aging parents, and as well as their own retirement savings needs.
The party that can convince voters that they'll make life more affordable may be rewarded when it's time to cast ballots. Anne Gaviola, Global News, Toronto.